Hey everybody, it is me. Yes, I am back to giving you another video. Yes, I'm coming back fast to give you another one. Fresh off the one I just did the other day. I wanted to do this video, you guys. So, this is my movie review on the Mikki Howard story. Yes, you guys. Okay, so TV One did a movie based on Mikki Howard's life, her music, her personal life, and everything like that. It premiered last night, Sunday, at 7 p.m. And I definitely want to see this one because I'm very familiar with Mikki Howard. I grew up on her music. Yes, I'm old. And I want to see how they were going to do this movie. I was very interested in her life story. I did see her Unsung when they did it a few years back, and I said, I gotta watch it again before I see this movie because I wanted to get familiarized with it and try to be, have fresher moments of it so that I could, put the pieces together based on what her Unsung was and then the movie itself. So, yeah, so did you guys see it? Did you like it? Alright, so the movie starred quite a few well-known people. Let's see, it started Darius McCrary as Gerald Levert, Gary Durton as Augie, Mikki Howard's the father of her first two kids. The other guy that played her husband, I don't know him that well. They had my girl Lisa Ray. She was one of the executive producers of Giant Records. And Vanessa Bell Calloway, who played Mikki Howard's mom. Yeah, so the movie was, it was interesting the way they started it off. They actually started it off kind of wonky, which I didn't like, but it got better after they started off. It started off with her being drugged out and somebody trying to revive her, and that was like in the late 90s, like 1997. I said, oh my gosh, I hope they don't do this movie like they did the James Brown movie where they went back and forth between young, old, middle, old, young, that it wasn't consistent. But after the first like 4 or 5 minutes, it was consistent. So it started off in 1974 with her being kicked out of her house and going to her what she called her foster mom's house, and she had a daughter as well, and she stayed with them. It went from there to her meeting Augie, which was in the group. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the group that he was in, and him helping her with her career, her singing. They show her with her husband and the turbulent life she had with him. They really, really did her drug use. They took their time and really told that story pretty well. Mikki Howard was one of the executive producers of the movie, so she had a big hand in this, and she also narrated it throughout the movie. Not all the way, but you could hear her voice talking throughout it, and you could tell it was her voice. So, yeah, and the person that played Mikki Howard, Tiana Harris, she was an unknown to me, so I had to look her up. She was, she was in the show Mad Men, and then she was in the movie Chirac with Spike Lee, and then I'm trying to remember what else she was in. So I had never heard of her and knew none of her stuff because I never watched that stuff until I found out what she was. But yeah, you guys, overall, I really, really, really loved this movie. It was good. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it an 8. The young lady that played Mikki Howard, Tiana Harris, she acted her ass off. She was so good. They did it really good. They gave her the right hairstyles. They showed like different clips of her videos, and they tried to reenact it. I thought that was cute. They didn't do this on Unsung, but they tried to show like her doing the video of her and Gerald Levert. I like that. That was so nice. Shouts out to Darius McCrary. Now, all of the music was sung by Mikki Howard herself. They just put her music in, and the young lady lip synced through it. But it was really good. I like how they touched on Gerald Levert and her relationship. All of that was good. The thing about what she was saying, her Unsung, and how Augie was, and how he didn't want to get married, and she wanted to get married when she had already had these 2 kids, because she had her first kid kind of early at the age of 20, and then she had her other kid, her 2 sons, and then how she went to being with her husband and the abusiveness that he had. Y'all, that acting was superb, but I wonder if some of that stuff that they showed, was it exaggerated a little bit or was it real? Because I don't want to really give it away, but like the time when she goes into Giant Records because the guy was like stiffing her for money and her husband was supposedly taking care of it. I think she was, let me see, I was trying to remember the time when they broken up, but I don't know if that was real, that really happened like it did, because it was intense. Her drug use, I believe, was really like it was. Her getting pulled over by the cops and taking a mugshot, it wasn't funny, but it was, if you see it, it was kind of funny because of the way they was doing it. It's like, you know, it was good acting. I don't know if all that was real. When she was really strung out and she was going to this drug dealer, was kind of, I guess he was kind of like a pimp too, and you know, the stuff he was saying to her and what she did to him, I don't know if that was realistic or not. I don't know. Some of the stuff, like I said, was kind of over the top. Her and her husband, or she was trying to leave him, and he didn't bust through. Yeah, he did. He busted through the door, and then the stuff that she did. I don't want to give it all away in case you want to be surprised. But for you all that actually saw it, you know what I'm talking about. Let me know if you thought that was exaggerated or not. In all honesty, I believe Mikki did all of that. I wouldn't be surprised if she did, but sometimes people will play it up a little bit for the movies to make it more, you know, stand out and extravagant. I don't know if that was something that they really stretched or did all that really happened. But you guys that watched it, let me know what you thought about it. Let me know if you thought that was, you know, stretched out or not, exaggerated or whatever. I don't know. Let me know. But overall, you guys, I give it an 8 out of 10. It was a really good movie. Let me see. The other thing that really stood out the most too was I'm just gonna say it's because it is something that's not a secret. But when Gerald Levert died, and she was kind of like, she wasn't at his funeral, but I guess like the aftermath, when they're sitting down and they're eating or whatever, or they're sitting down at somebody's house, all of that was very profound and very, it hit me. It was so good. Her going through her drugs and all that was, man, the way they told that story was amazing. It was really, really, really good. The only thing, like I said, I have some cons about the movie as well as the pros, but for the most part, the pros outweigh the cons. The pros was good. The music that they showed was good. The way they did the videos was good. The way they did the lady that played Mikki, Tiana, her hairstyles was on point. Her acting was good. They covered pretty much a lot of her life. I liked that. I liked the people that worked around her. I love my girl Lisa Ray and her acting with it, and the way she was talking to the ex-husband. I believe all that happened. Darius McQuarrie's role was good, even though it was kind of hard trying to watch him play Gerald Levert, because all I saw was Darius. All I saw was Eddie Winslow from Family Matters. But he's a good actor. I liked him. Gary Durton played to me he played a great Augie. Shouts out to Shazaa. Y'all know who Shazaa is from A Different World. That's the character he played. All I see is Shazaa, but I love Gary too. He was great. Everybody was supported. Very supported acting. It was good. Let me see. They showed pictures of the real Mikki and towards the very end, like clips of her. How about shouts out to when she was at the like I said, the aftermath of Gerald Levert's funeral. How about I didn't know that was the real Mikki Howard, y'all. If you let me know if you knew that was her. I was like, who was that woman? Who was that? The person that played Shaka Khan, she was good as well. I didn't know her and Shaka was close like that, but apparently they were, because Shaka was more like her best buddy, at least when she, I don't mean to say like this, but when she was doing it, when she started getting into the drugs and everything, that was who she hung out with the most. That's who they showed besides her other friend. So those were the pros. The cons, always, I wish the movie could have been a little bit longer. Oh, 10 minutes. Okay. I wish the movie could have been longer, but I'm going to always say that unless it's a 3-hour movie. What else? Okay. I felt like they didn't focus a lot on her childhood and her upbringing. They started off when she was about maybe 14 or 15, and I think they should have started it off more when she was about maybe 8, 9, and 10. I think it should have focused more on her living with her mom, and you know, her mom was gay, and then at some point she got married and married her stepfather, which is the one she claimed kind of was trying to molest her and touch her and things like that, which is the reason why she got out of her house. So when the movie starts, after the first clip of her being older and strung out, that's the part you see her going to her foster mom house and staying with them. But I wish they would have showed more of her upbringing. They didn't show her father at all. Her father was interviewed during the Unsung, but they didn't even show him. So I was like, y'all kind of missed that. Let me see. I kind of wish they would have showed more with her and Augie, the guy that she had the 2 kids with. The one with her ex-husband, they showed all of that pretty well. The Gerald Levert, I wish they could have showed that more throughout the years, because she said she was involved with him a lot throughout the year. So I wish they would have showed that more. The other thing that I really did not like was that they didn't show certain parts that I felt should have been more conclusive. They didn't show, oh, I know what it was. I was trying to think. They didn't show her when she had her daughter. Her daughter was a girl from her husband. They didn't show her at all. You could hear her in the background talking, asking her mom, is she okay? They didn't show her. They showed her other son, Brandon, at certain points. They showed her other son when he was young. To me, they didn't also focus on her being with her kids. They showed a scene or 2 or 3, but when she was really, like, I guess, strung out and she was on drugs, and even between that, they didn't show her really being with her kids. I don't think her kids were with her, but they didn't really show all of that. They tried to show it in the beginning when she was doing her music career, but they didn't show the middle part, like after she was trying to leave her husband. That they didn't show. They didn't show her daughter. So I was disappointed in that. I was disappointed in the fact that they didn't show her dad. They didn't show her upbringing a lot, hardly at all, except here and there. They tried to show her being close with her mom when her mom was sick, but if they would have showed more of that, then it would have been more consistent. But everything from her drug use to when she got famous and her video shoots and what she was going through and her trying to leave her husband and trying to be with Sean Girl, they did all that pretty good. And like I said, Mikki Howard was the executive producer, so it was really good. It was really good. Those are the only cons I have, but if I had to watch it over again, I would. I give it 8 out of 10. Like I said, for it to be a 10, it has to be 100% perfect. And no movie's perfect, but it got an 8. So I highly recommend it to anybody who has not seen it. And if you have, then let me know what you think, y'all. That's it. Let me know what you think of the movie. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What were the pros and cons? Would you see it again? Do you want to see it if you didn't see it, you guys? Okay? Let me know what you think. Alright, everybody. So that's it. Wow, this was kind of long, but I didn't want to rush it. So I wanted to get all my thoughts out about the movie. I was so excited to see it, and I'm so glad that they actually showed it. I think they're going to do some more. I don't know who's going to be next or when, but if they're people that I'm familiar with, grew up with, I probably most likely will do a review on them too, because I can relate to it. And the reason why I did this one was because I can relate to Mikki Howard. I grew up listening to her music. I knew who she was. I knew very much who she was. And I remember her songs. And I also saw her Unsung before they showed the Unsung last night. Okay? Alright, everybody. So, that's it. Until next time, take care. Thank you for watching. And I will see you in my next video. Alright? Okay, everybody, until then, take care. And leave your comments below. Let me know what you thought about the movie, alright? Okay, everybody, until then. Bye.